Let's talk about second type of rate of change questions. There are some keywords to understand the question, what the question is asking. If we have these words, average of, rate of change in volume, area, length, width, distance, height, radius, or rate of increase or rate of decrease, how fast the area increases, for example, how fast the width decreases, velocity, increase, decrease, in or of one of these, then it's talking about a rate of change. So rate of change means derivative, so we will be taking derivative. For example, if the question says rate of change in area, it means a prime, which means change in a divided by dA over dt, derivative of a with respect to t, time. When time increases, what happens to the area? Change of increase in radius means r prime. This, there is a typing mistake. It is r prime. It means dr over dt, change of radius with respect to time. So we generally, most of the time, take the derivative with respect to t if otherwise given in the question. So to solve questions, the first thing to do is write the equation and then substitute the given. So when we write the equation, we are going to take the derivative and then substitute whatever given in the question. Okay, first question, exercise question in the book. A rectangle has a length 2t plus 1 and a width square root t. Find the rate of change in area of the rectangle when t varies. So the question says t varies, so we're going to take derivative with respect to t. So what is the first thing to do? The first thing to do is writing the formula, the equation. What is the equation? Area. We are talking about area. So let's write area formula for a rectangle. Remember area formula for rectangle, width times length. A width is given, length is given, everything is given. Substitute the given back. 2t plus 1 times square root t, for example. This is the given. Let's simplify this. Remember how to simplify these kind of questions. To apply power rule, so we should rewrite this radical first as t to the half and distribute this to the bracket. It's gonna be 2t to the 2t first times t to the half, add the power since the bases are same, 1 plus half, 3 over 2 plus 1 times t to the half, t to the half. So this is how you simplify the function. So as we mentioned here, first we write the equation, simplify if possible by substituting the given. So we substitute the given by, we write the equation by substituting the given, simplified, and finally, the final step, we will take the derivative because the question is talking about rate of change. Rate of change in area means a prime. Question is asking about a prime. So let's take derivative of each. Since we are taking derivative with respect to t, we don't have t prime, right? The variables are same. Variables in the equation is same as the variable. It's like dA over dt. The variable in denominator is the same as the variable in the equation, so we do not have t prime. We'll have dt over dt for t prime, so we will not write any prime. So derivative of 2t, 3 to the 3 over 2 is 3 over 2 comes down in front, 2 cancels, so 3 t to the power of 3 over 2 minus 1, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 come down in front and decrease the power by 1, negative 1 over 2. So it's going to be, when we simplify this, write this as radical 3 square root of t plus, since there is a negative exponent, you move this down. It's 1 over 2 t in under radical. This is the answer, or we can simplify this more by equalizing denominators. In this case, it becomes 2 times 3, 6t plus 1 over 2 square root of t. So the final answer depends on the options in the question. Okay, so this is not the only way. Of course, we don't have to rewrite it. We can apply product rule to find the derivative here. It's all up to you, whatever suits you. You either use power rule or apply product rule. Okay, this is how you solve the questions. The given, everything is given already. You write the equation by using the given, take the derivative, that's it. Okay, second question, another exercise question. The radius of the base of the cylinder of the revolution is this. R is given, and height is given. Find the rate of change in volume of cylinder. So what is volume of cylinder formula? We should remember this formula first. Volume of cylinder formula is pi r squared h. Without knowing the formula, there is no way of solving this question. So we know the formula now. Substitute the given in the formula. Volume equals pi r, which is given as square root t plus 2 squared times h, 1 over 2 square root of t. So that's my volume. Let's simplify a little bit. This 2 will lift the radical off. So we will have pi t plus 2 over 2, of course, square root of t. Like we did here in the previous question, we can either rewrite square root of t as t to the half, distribute to the bracket, and apply power rule, or just use product rule, whatever suits you, it's up to you. So let me make a difference, use product rule here. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for rate of change in volume. Rate of change in volume means derivative. So v prime, we are looking for v prime, meaning dv over dt when t varies. So we are taking derivative with respect to t, so not t prime. Equals, so I'm going to apply product rule here. Pi over 2 is the coefficient, stays in front. Okay, take derivative of first, which is 1, times second, square root of t, plus first, t plus 2, times derivative of second, 1 over 2 square root of t. Okay, it becomes pi over 2 square root of t plus 2 over 2 square root of t. It is not written in simplest form. Let's equalize denominators. Pi over 2 stays. When I equalize denominators, I will multiply top and bottom by 2 root of t. So it becomes 2t plus t, which is 3t plus 2 over 2 root of t. Another simplification. We have two 2's at the bottom. So it's 3t plus 2 over 2 times 2 for square root of t. We can keep simplifying this by rationalizing the fraction here, but I don't know what the options are, so I will stop here. Depending on the options, you'll continue simplifying, you'll continue rewriting the answer. If there is no square root at the bottom in the answers, so you should rationalize it. It's up to the options. All right, so I think you got the idea. First, by using the given, you write the formula equation, and then you either first simplify, take derivative, or take derivative and simplify. It's up to you. So write the equation by using the given, take derivative. We have, that's kind of 2 steps. Write the equation by using the given and take its derivative. Okay, another question, a mystery question. The volume of cube. Now, the formula that we need to remember is the volume of cube formula. Volume of cube formula is, if one side is x, it is x cubed. if you remember. So we're after its derivative because it's talking about volume of cube increases as an average of. Increases as an average. These words represents v prime. So we are gonna take derivative of volume. This is what we are looking for. With respect to what? It is not with respect to. We don't have t here. It is with respect to t and the variable. Let's say we dv over dt. Our variable is x, so we will take derivative of x with respect to t by writing it as x prime. So v prime is, in this question, we are not given anything with the variables and nothing. We just use x cubed, take its derivative, 3 come down in front, decrease the power by 1, becomes 2 times x prime, which is given in the question as 3. It already gave us the volume of cube increases at an average of 3 centimeter cubed per minute. So it's equal to 3. We already know that. What else we know? Find the average rate of surface area. Another formula comes. What is surface area formula? It is, if you remember from previous grades, 6x squared. Surface area formula is 6x squared. We are asked to find surface area, average of its surface area, meaning derivative of surface area. Derivative of surface area is ds over dt, right? So take its derivative. It is 6x squared derivative. 2 come down in front. 2 times 6, 12. X multiplied by x prime dx over dt. This time the variables are not the same. Equals, we don't know, unknown. So now we can do a little bit simplification here in the given. We are given rate of change in volume. We have 3 as a common factor. We can divide both sides by 3. And we are also given the side length as 2, so write 2 instead. So v prime becomes 2 squared for x prime equals 1. So x prime is equal to 1 over 4. So now we know x prime, we know x, we know everything necessary to find the surface derivative of surface area. So s prime becomes 12 times x, which is given in the question as 2, multiplied by x prime, which we deduced from the previous equation by 1 over 4. Now, there is no unknown, everything is known. Let's just simplify it. Okay, 12 divided by 4, here you have 3, 3 by 2, 6. Since it's surface area, the unit is centimeters squared per minute. Okay, it looks complicated since we have 2 different equations, but actually it is not. We just need to know their formulas. We know formula of finding volume of cube, which is x cubed. We also need to know the formula of its surface area, which is 6x squared. So we just take derivative of each. When we take derivative of we have 3, it's given in the question, but when we take derivative of surface area, we know nothing. And we are also given the side length. We substitute the side length in the volume formula. We get only one unknown. We simplified, isolated the unknown. We got 1 over 4. So in the missing one, we substitute 1 over 4 back along with the x, the given x. So we got our answer. We have many such questions. Another minister question. The volume of cube increases an average of, so it's still talking about volume of cube. Volume of cube is x cubed, and we need volume prime, which is 3x squared x prime, that's given as 36, equalized to 36, while its surface area increases. So derivative of surface area is also given. Its surface area increases means derivative of surface area. Surface area was, as in the previous question, 6x squared. Take its derivative. It is 12x x prime, which is also given as 18. What is the length of side of the cube? So we are asked to find x. All right, let's try to simplify, get something common. So here I have simplification. You can divide both sides by 3 and it becomes x squared x prime equals 12. Here we also have a simplification. We can divide both sides by let's say 6. Here you have 2, here you have 3. So 2x x prime, right, equals 3. So what do I know here? I know x squared x prime being equal to 12. What do I have here? I have 2x x prime equals 3. So can't I isolate x prime from one of them? I actually can. Let's isolate x prime from one of them and substitute whatever we have back. Which one is easier to isolate? Let's use here this one. To divide both sides by 2x. So x prime is equal to 3 over 2x. Now take this 3 over 2x, put it back in the volume formula. So v prime was x squared x prime equals 12. So in place of x prime, we will write 3 over 2x equals 12. Now we can simplify x's. We can simplify 3 and 12. Here we have 4. So I have x over 2 equals 4, cross multiply, x is equal to 8. What is the unit? Centimeter. Right, like that. We used the volume formula, surface area formula. We took derivative of each, and we have two unknowns in both of them. So we isolated x prime from one of them and put it back in the other one. All right. Another type of question, an exercise question, and these kind of questions also came in Wezari. Find the rate of change of the distance. Okay, we are looking for d prime. What is d? Let's remember the formula of d. d is x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared under radical, right? So we substitute the given points inside. So what are the given points? Between a particle moving on the graph of the function y equals sine x and the origin. So origin point is 0, 0. And the other point is we have y as sine x. What is its x? Its x is x. So x sine x is the other point. So by substituting those 2 points in this formula, we get x minus 0 squared, which is x squared, plus y minus 0 squared, which is sine squared. So now we take derivative of this. The rate of change of distance means take derivative of d. So what is the derivative of square root functions? It's derivative of inside, which is 2x x prime. I'll take x prime out because I'll have x prime from this one too. Plus derivative of sine is, there's power here, apply power rule, 2 sine x cosine x times x prime. Since x prime is common for both, I took it out. Over to square root of the same expression. So what is given in this question? What else is given? We are given that dx over dt, x prime is 2. So in place of x prime, let's write 2. 2's cancel each other. We have this. So is this the answer? Can we rewrite this? There is only one way of rewriting this. We can use an identity for 2 sine x cosine x as sine 2x. So that's equal to 2x plus, in place of 2 sine x cosine x, we can write sine 2x all over square root x squared plus sine squared x. All right, this is the final answer. Okay, let's take a look at a similar question. This is in exercises. There is a similar question like this in the exercises, and it also came in Wizari. Find the rate of change of the distance between the particle moving on the parabola this and the origin at x equals 1, knowing that dx over dt x prime is 2. So the difference between this and the previous question is the value of x is given. So we are going to substitute the value of x and find an answer, a number at the end. We won't have an expression like that at the end. We will have a number instead. Okay, let's try. Let's write the points first. Our points are for the origin 0, 0, and for that parabola it's x squared plus 1, right? So distance formula is x2 minus x1 squared, x minus 0 squared, which is x squared, plus y2 minus y1 squared, x squared plus 1 squared. When you take its derivative, d prime, there's x prime because we have x is inside, and take derivative of inside, which is 2x times x prime, plus derivative of this is apply power rule, 2 x squared plus 1 times derivative of inside, which is 2x x prime. I took it out as a common factor, divided by 2 square root of x squared plus 1 squared. Okay, now I got this at the end, and I know that dx over dt x prime is 2. So write 2 instead. 2's cancel each other, right? So everything is same till here, right? We got the answer in simplest form, and the difference is we are not done. We are going to find a value because value of x is given. So substitute x and 1 for x. It's gonna be 2 times 1 plus 2, 1 squared plus 1 times 2 times 1 all over square root of 1 squared plus 1 squared plus 1 squared. There's a common mistake here. After you write the distance, some students write the value of 1 for x, and when you take the derivative of this constant number, you get 0. So this is a common mistake. You cannot substitute the value of x in the beginning. You get 0 as an answer. So you should substitute the given at the end after you take derivative. So what's the answer? 2 times 1, 2. So here 1 plus 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. Divided by, here you have, I cannot read my own handwriting, sorry. Here I have 1 plus 1, 2. 2 squared, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So 10 over square root of 5. Or you can rationalize it, multiplying top and bottom by square root of 5. It becomes 10 root of 5 over 5. 10 and 5 simplifies. You get 2 square root of 5. Okay, that's the answer. Another type of rate of change questions. This is an exercise question, and a similar question came in Wizari. There is a an isosceles triangle, as the angle between them is given, and given that theta is increasing by 1 over 2 radian per second. So theta is increasing means theta prime. With respect to what? With respect to theta. Theta is increasing. The theta over the theta. So find the rate of change in area of the triangle. So what is the area formula? So this is the first thing to know, to remember the area formula in an isosceles triangle when the angle between them, the angle formed between them is given. So what's the area formula? The general area formula for triangles is 1 over 2 times base times height, but we don't have base, we don't have any heights, but we have a special case here. The side lengths are same, it's isosceles triangle, and angle formed between them is given. So like we studied before in grade 11, we have an area formula 1 over 2 s squared sine theta. So we are looking for rate of change in area, meaning a prime. So let's find a prime. This is dA over d theta. So we are taking derivative with respect to theta. So what happens to the area as theta changes? It is not about changing time. It is not what the area with respect to time. It has nothing to do with time. It has the relation is the relation between area and the theta. Okay, so when theta gets bigger, what happens to the area? When theta gets smaller, what happens to the area? This is the idea. So a prime is, when you take derivative of this, considering that s is a constant number, it doesn't change. What changes is theta only. So this is a common mistake. We are not taking derivative of s. It's a constant number. In that ministry question that came before, they gave the value of s. So when it is given, it makes more sense. So you just substitute this number instead, so you don't confuse. But if nothing is given, you may confuse. These are not the variables, these are the numbers, constant numbers. So 1 over 2 s squared is constant, you don't touch it, you just write it. Take derivative of sine theta. What is derivative of sine theta? Derivative of the angle multiplied by cosine theta. So do I know what theta is? Yes, theta is given in the question as pi over 3. So write this as 1 over 2 s squared times theta prime. Is theta prime given? Actually, it is. We are given the theta is increasing by this, meaning theta prime. Theta prime is given 1 over 2 multiplied by cosine theta, which is pi over 3. Pi over 3, 60, cosine 60 is 1 over 2. This is 1 over 2. So when I multiply them all, 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2, 1 over 8 with s squared. So s squared over 8. That's it. That's the answer. Okay. So keep in mind that s is not a variable, it's a constant number. If it is given, you substitute the value. If it is not, you just keep it as s. Do not take its derivative. Just take the derivative of the sign with respect to theta, because we are looking for rate of change in area when theta is changing. Here in this question, theta is changing, theta is increasing. What happens to the area when theta is increasing? So we are differentiating with respect to theta, so s is just a constant number. All right, so one last question. This is another question in the book, and it came in Wizare. This question, the question that came in Wizari, they already gave the formula. But in the book, an exercise, it is asking for us to write the proof for the formula. And either way we can do that. We will be either given the formula, or you can write the formula on your own by using trigonometric ratios. We have right triangle here. We can use sine theta, use the ratios to find the formula. Okay, let's suppose we either use the trigonometric ratios found formula on our own, or it's given. The height formula is r1 over sine theta minus 1. What is the question talking about? It's satellites in space can measure the angle theta as shown in the figure, where h is the distance between the satellite and Earth, and r is the radius of Earth. Find the rate of change of h with respect to theta. So we are looking for derivative of h with respect to theta. So dh over d theta. That's what we are after. At theta is given as 30 degree, r is given as this. So we just take derivative of h, right? So h prime is, r is not, as in the previous question, r is not a variable, it's a constant, which is 6,373. We do not take its derivative, we keep it in front. We just take derivative of 1 over sine theta, which is negative cosine theta over sine square theta. Derivative of 1 is 0. So we are almost done, except substituting the value of theta as 30 degree. So our answer is 6,373 multiplied by minus cosine 30, which is negative square root, sorry, negative, we already have negative in front, square root 3 over 2, and sine 30, 1 over 2, we are squaring it, 1 over 4. So let's simplify this. You just type this in the calculator. It will give you the answer as negative 12,746 square root of 3. That's it. That's what the answer is. If this is given, it's easy. Just take derivative. If this is not given, you can figure it out. You can figure the formula out on your own. It is pretty simple.